Hammer Down River excursions.
Many of us are itching to get out of the house and maybe head for the hills. And if camping is on your agenda, there are some things you should know. Steve Liebenthal explains in tonight's Idaho Backroads.
Mountain communities and the National Forest Service are preparing for the possibility that Governor Brad Little will begin a phased reopening of Idaho's economy. And they're hoping it won't trigger an influx of people eager to get out of their hometowns and head for the high country.
Some of our mountain communities, such as McCall, they're concerned about that. You know, in McCall, 76% of the homes in the city of McCall are actually second homes. So folks kind of flocking to McCall, are they going to bring COVID-19 with them? You know, the potential is there. We're really hoping that Valley County, the Payette National Forest, McCall, doesn't become the next hotspot in the state for COVID-19.
And if you are thinking about picking up a tent and hitting your favorite spot, remember most are still closed, not necessarily because of COVID-19 concerns, but because they are still buried in snow.
If a campsite is closed, it's not necessarily based on COVID-19. It could very much just be based on the weather, snow level conditions at that particular site.
A few low-elevation campgrounds are actually open right now in the Payette National Forest along the remote South Fork of the Salmon River. Then there is what the Forest Service calls dispersed camping, which is allowed in many parts of the forest. If you plan on staking out a spot, managers ask that you follow the guidelines of whatever phase of federal and state guidelines we are in at the time. And forest managers will do the same as they determine what campgrounds and other recreational facilities to open.
Our focus and our interest is to get things opened up for people to use, but we do need to follow CDC guidelines, but also the state policy and directive, and also national directives as well too.
If you have reservations, you can check on the status of your campground at recreation.gov. And if you choose to cancel, you will receive a full refund. But most of Idaho's campgrounds are first come, first served. With Memorial Day weekend just about a month away, many may be anticipating a trip. But if that includes your family, you might want to prepare them for the possibility of having to delay or maybe come up with a plan B.
My family likes to camp just as much as everybody else does, so we're hoping to get out there. We have some plans for early June, which we may have to push back. You know, we're going to take advantage of the opportunities as they arise, but, you know, for my family, you know, we want to stay healthy and well at the same time. So we're going to definitely follow CDC guidelines so that we can recreate safely, have an enjoyable time, and of course get back home.
Steve Liebenthal, Idaho News 6.
Just this afternoon, the Forest Service issued a news release saying groups recreating in national forests will be limited to 10 or fewer for the time being.
And even though we came close to a record high temperature today, not the best weather for camping.